Hey, this is here from IT. Sorry, Mr. Bell, not in office. Please leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
Okay, is this just me? Bonjour, Deborah. Play. Bonjour, Kawani.
Bonjour.
Nishana. Bonjour, Jessica.
Bonjour.
Mhm. Bonjour, Lena. Bonjour, Diane.
Bonjour, Shelly. Bonjour, Jaya.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Way to use your language. Mhm.
We are doing it and we are amazing together. Shelly, miigwech, chi miigwech. I'm just so happy that we are all here today. And I just saw your email about that we can hopefully continue after today, and me too. And I meant to respond to your email about my purple question. And I actually believe that my questions were about one was something like how we could say something like my favorite color is purple or yellow or whichever color. And then the other question around it was something like putting adjectives like colors with like animals or colors with like something else or someone else. Um, and I'm not sure how, so I thought I'd put it out there. And before you jump in, I also meant to message you and Justin about um, where the last class we had was, because I loved our lesson and the song so much that you sing for us, the morning song. And I was looking for it earlier this week to try to see where it was. And I just popped on the YouTube for the language department again right before class. And I still don't think it's there. I think our first
Really?
few classes are there. Yeah, but not the fourth one from our last class. Um,
Wow.
so if
Okay.
Justin can have a quick look, that would be
Yeah.
great.
Okay, so if you did you message us in Messenger or email?
No, I haven't yet, just because unfortunately I had a really tough week. That's why I was delayed.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying it now. But I'm
Okay.
happy to send a message
Okay.
after
No,
class
you
or
don't have to. My guess, I don't have anything to do with that. I know Justin usually on Friday morning will grab that wherever it is and send it to IT, and then they have to put it up. Um, so I'm not sure where the ball got dropped, and I'm actually the only one here now, so I'll have to get with Justin in the morning and see if we can't get that added tomorrow. I never
okay.
actually go into that, so I didn't realize it wasn't up. My apologies.
No problem. So maybe since he sends it to IT on Fridays, we could send today's class too. So that way it's two in
Yeah,
one.
yeah, it'll
Okay,
probably be both of them there. Uh-huh. Miigwech for
excellent.
letting me know.
Definitely. And I am again feeling really glad that we are all here. And just super excited as always.
Miigwech, Lena. So we do have a few people that emailed me that aren't going to be here tonight. So it looks like we have about 7. This might be all we have. If you know, but I'll keep adding if we get more to come in. And I want to say, guys, just from the get-go, I've been dealing with allergies, and so hopefully I don't get into a coughing fit. If I do, I'll try to remember to mute myself. But so my apologies ahead of time if that happens. And let's see, where do we want to go first? So I sent you guys some conjugation examples, and it's just a little bit more, I believe, from the Maji pattern. Yeah, so just giwe, which is our verb to go home. It's just more examples, and I added at the bottom because when we started, I showed you the independent order and the conjunct. And so down at the bottom, I just gave you just a little short, like 30-second note, I think 2 classes ago on the command form. So we've got the command form at the bottom also for like Giwen, you're telling one person to go home, and you added that in at the end, and then Giwek, you all go home, telling more than one person to go home. And then I did that for let's see, we have Guedemojke, which is it conjugates exactly the same. Nabinjage, I am cleaning, exactly the same. I see odonke, which is our verb to go to town. We have to use the long form on that one. So the nutta gutta. And then let's see. Can you guys look at kado, which is our verb to say something? Let me know what you notice that is either similar or different with that conjugation as opposed to the other 4. Actually, I guess I'm probably not showing you my screen, huh? I'm sorry. Let me see. It might help if I'm used to using PowerPoint, so my apologies. I just I got to show you guys before you're able to. Okay, what about now? Can you see my screen now?
It's
Okay, my apologies, guys. So, Giwe, I was thinking when I was talking that I was showing it to you, and then I just realized I hadn't shared it. So, our verb to go home, you've got your independent order on the left, and then your conjunct on the right. And then when you're ordering someone, command form down at the bottom. So, tell me, guys, let's do a quick review. Since it's been a minute since we did the Maji. So, if we're using the independent side, what would that look like? When would we use independent? You can answer it with just one word.
I was gonna say something like maybe if it's the first or only verb in the
Okay,
sentence
which
or
would
question.
be like a simple sentence?
Yeah, a simple sentence,
A simple
exactly.
sentence. So simple sentence or a simple question. That's when we would use the independent order. What about conjunct?
We either use it in a question, or if it's not the first verb in the sentence, if it's the second, third, fourth, or then some.
Correct. Okay. So when you use the question words, you automatically know you're going to have to use the conjunct. Or if you're using more than one verb in a sentence. Correct. Godowegas. And then at the bottom is your giwen, which is command form, adding that in, telling one person, and then giwek, telling more than one person. Um, and as I was saying, like I have guatemochke, which is our verb to fish. It conjugates exactly the same with the Maji pattern. So does binchige. The differences here between these 5 that I sent you is this odonke, which is our verb to go to town. We have to use the long form. So you remember the nutta gutta. You could use wada if you want to, or nothing here on the third person singular. And then I should have highlighted these. So it looks exactly the same, except for using the long form in the front. You're adding that D and that E. I'm going to go ahead and highlight that. So that makes, to me, that helps me to know.
Me too.
Yeah.
Shelly, did you already tell us or if you could please remind us, because I don't know if I'm remembering, when we use the longer form, if there's a way to tell, or it really just depends on the individual verb itself, and we just have to know it.
Yeah. Basically, yes. So the long form is when you have an irregular verb, and I believe I gave you a list of irregular verbs, and I also have a PowerPoint presentation that I didn't do with you because that's maybe beginner two or maybe more along the lines of independent, but I don't have a problem sharing that with you if you think it'll
That'd be
help.
fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, so let me make me a note.
Me glad, Shelley.
Long form PowerPoint. And if you guys don't mind, I'll just keep pushing stuff out to you, even though we're not meeting.
Yes, please do. I know
Okay. And
everyone
so if
will
I do
appreciate
push
that.
something out to you and you don't want it, just email me and say, okay, Shelly, stop. Okay. But you feel free to communicate to me with me as long as you want and, request different things that you're kind of looking at. So yes, the long form works with the irregular verbs and it stops, not always, um, because sometimes there's more than one change that will happen when you're conjugating a verb, but sometimes it might stop one of those changes from doing something really crazy. Um, so it just kind of makes it a little bit easier to conjugate, supposedly. But that's when you would use the long form.
Miigwech,
Okay.
Shelley. Okay, so
Okay.
irregular verbs, and
Yes,
that
irregular
makes a lot
verbs.
of sense. And
Yes.
also, before we forget, could you put in your notes for things to send us? If you could please send us the lyrics for the morning song you did last week, which was so beautiful. And
Did I
I know
not?
you,
I thought I already sent that.
I'll double check.
Did any?
Um,
Okay.
But I know you also said Justin's daughter Peyton also did a rendition, right? And you wanted to show us that or send us that.
Yes, and I sent that Friday, I believe.
Okay,
So
I will take.
check your emails, Lena, if you can, and if you're not getting it, let me know, and I'll be glad to send those. But
Will
I
do.
I do I do believe I sent the lyrics
Okay.
and Peyton's version of the morning song. And she kind of got off track on it, so don't pay any attention to that.
Aw.
But yeah, but you'll have the words, so you'll at least know. But she did a really great job. She's got a really great voice, and she's just adorable.
Aw.
So yes,
Excellent.
I will
I'm
send that
seeing,
definitely.
yes, Kawani says now I didn't get the lyrics in the chat.
Oh, she didn't get the lyrics either. Okay. Okay, I will I'll make sure and send that out again. Okay.
Miigwech.
Yes. Okay, so you guys look at Cadeau. Cadeau is actually an irregular verb. So look at the independent order, and it's only going to happen uh, in the present on the independent side. So you'll notice that nothing changes on the conjunct. So all the actions happening on the independent side. So what can you pick out what's different with this irregular verb? So Kedo, Kedo. Look at your conjugation. Look at the first one. I say, what are we missing?
Actually, is it that the O drops off the end?
Yes,
Good.
correct. Yes, it's an O dropper, but it doesn't drop all the O's. So you see it dropped it on first and second person. Third person is always the base verb. It's always going to be what's in the dictionary. It does drop it on first and second plural. It's back on the you all, and then the they, it's totally different. And it's totally different. So you just kind of have to really pay attention. You actually just kind of have to remember which verbs are irregular, and there's not a whole lot of them. And I think I'll send you the list that I have of irregular verbs as well. But they don't all do this. Some of them drop the O, some of them drop the E. Let me admit somebody here. Uh, some of them change happens to the front and the back. You have one that's like an AE alteration thing that goes on, which changes like the ending. So anyway, I don't want to get into all that because I don't have a visual for you. I was going to, but I'm like, no, I'm going to lose them. So anyway, yes, this isn't a regular verb. But all the change happens in the independent order. Okay. I just wanted to call your attention to that. And that was good. Was that, Jack, was that you that brought up the answer for that about it being the O dropper, or who was that?
Yeah, that's just me, Jack. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Good old Wegus for remembering that. Okay. Let me get rid of this. And okay, we're going to go over some food items.
Yay.
Yeah. I can figure out where. And I try to give you the phonetics. I think it's telling me I'm not sharing my screen. Hold on. You guys aren't seeing that. Okay, there you go. Food words. Here we go. Okay. So the first one is Pequeskin. Actually, I think I'm gonna have you guys just take one and go down the line and pronounce it because I gave you the phonetics here. So I did the first one, Pequeskin, and that's bread.
Question.
So just know that like you can add like an ES to it to make it like smaller. And this is you're the speaker, so you can make a cookie. Pequeshgas would be like maybe like a little cookie or like a little piece of like Melba toast, or it could even be like a the salad toppings that you put on. I'm drawing a blank. Like the crispy bread that you put on
Croutons?
salads.
Croutons.
Yes. So basically it's up to you what you're trying to say, but pequesgas, you can make it smaller to mean a smaller type of cookie or bread or anything that's made with like flour, basically. Okay, who's gonna do the next one?
I'll do it. Corn.
Okay, I'll do the next one after. You go ahead, Diane. I'll do blueberries.
Corn is madamen.
So you're gonna go damen.
Mdamen.
Damen.
Mdamen.
Damen. It's that soft
Mhm,
sound on the front. Damen. Corn.
Miigwech.
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. So now it's me, Lena. Mean for blueberry and minen for blueberries.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Godowigas.
Miigwech.
Wow. Mina wowin. Wowin.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Is an egg and wowin eggs. Uh-huh. And this one, I'm gonna put that. It could be a S or Z. I didn't catch that. Maseze. Maseze is turkey, or penne is also a way you could say turkey. And then wios is like the meat. So please know that you would only use wios like if the animal was dead. That sounds terrible, but you're gonna eat it. You're gonna eat the animal, but after it's dead is when you use like wios. Maseze wios, like bagoch, no, bashuke wios would be like beef. But that's how you kind of refer to, and you could say kokosh wios, which kokosh wios could be, which is a pig, right? So you could be talking about bacon, you could be talking about sausage, so just know when you add that wios, you're talking about something that's already dead. Okay, the next one,
Wash kabuk.
wash kabuk.
Wash
Candy.
kabuk.
Correct. Good job. Good old Wegus. And the next one is Washkabuk Pequeshkin. Washkabuk Pequeshkin, which is a cake. And the next one is Mbop. Mbop, soup. Anytime you see Bop, you should train your mind to know that you're talking about like a liquid. So Mbop is soup.
Shelly, when you
Mbud,
say liquid, are you talking about like anything like that has liquid, so any kind of soup, stew?
yes.
Is there anything that is not like a soup or stew that would have the boat?
Let's see, I'm trying to think. So no, okay. Mbop is soup, any kind of stew like that. Another word is abo. ABO, that also is kind of like a liquid. So like oranges, which is orange. So like oranges, abo,
Ah, orange juice.
like orange juice.
Got
You could
it.
do like cranberries, you could do blueberries, but yeah. So mbop could be like a stew or any type of a soup, and then abo added to something would let you know that it's like a juice.
Perfect. Miigwech, Shelly.
So like mbada is probably a Potawatomi's version for butter. And then waskuk is pepper, like you would have on your table. Waskuk. Seotogen is salt. Zalgesis is a carrot. And then you add that en, remember when we're pluralizing, so zalgisen, carrots, which we've already had a couple of plurals on here already, but I just wanted to remind you about the en. Esquadamo is a watermelon. Esquadamo. Wishke Jesus. Wishke Jesus is a radish. Sugar gosh is an onion. You guys remember what I said last week? Where a certain,
Chicago.
yes, Chicago, sugar gosh, either after an onion or a skunk.
Yes.
And geese, rutabaga, geese, rutabaga. Now I don't have it on here, but if you have like CHIS, cheese, that's like a Potawatomi's word for cheese. Cheese, CHIS. Next we have Monoman, which is rice. Monoman, that's one of our three sisters. Wishke begun. Wishke begun, sugar. Zeesbakwit. Zeesbakwit is maple syrup. And wabgon is pumpkin. Quesman is a squash. Quesman. Cocobes is a cucumber. Cocobes. And muscogis. Muscogis is a beet. Muscogis is a beet. And I don't think I put it on here either. But like cogis is and I might be saying that wrong, guys. I hope not. So cogis is a bean. Kojesuk or would be plural for beans. Now, you don't want to say kojis if you're talking about beans because that's head lice. It's spelt exactly the same, I believe, but it's pronounced differently. Kojis versus kojis.
Ooh, you got to be careful with that one.
Got to be careful with that one. Yeah. Okay. So those are some of the food words. And of course, you can just put, different words together if you don't know how to say a certain food to make, to make up whatever it is you're trying to. So Josie, he's really good at doing that. Okay, so now we are gonna go to weather. Let's do some weather.
Ooh, love weather. Shelly, quick question. For the Three Sisters, I have read or been hearing that it's like corn, beans, and squash. And I know you said it is also one for rice. Is that just for Potawatomi, or do we have different Three Sisters, or is it like four sisters?
So I guess we would probably, some of us,
Uh-huh.
let me not generalize it to everybody, but would consider rice like our fourth sister. Yeah.
Nice. I love
I
it.
will resend the lyrics.
Shelley,
Yes.
question from Jack as well.
Uh-huh.
When we're talking about monomen, I've always thought of that as being like wild rice, like that grows on the
Uh-huh.
lakes.
Mhm.
If we're wanting to talk about sort of like different sort of rice, like white rice or something, could we do something like monomen łapska?
You could probably just use wob,
Wow,
just
okay.
wob. Uh-huh.
Mm,
And add it to it. But yes, monomen is talking about the wild rice, the kind
mm.
that we harvest up north, that's harvested out of the water. Mm-hmm.
So like monomen wab or wab monomen.
I would probably put wob in the front.
Mm,
Mm-hmm. I can
amazing.
find out a specific way to say it, but I would put it in the front. But I believe that it's just kind of generalized that monomen, we're talking about rice.
Very nice. And okay,
Mm-hmm.
miigwech.
Uh-huh. Okay. Um, Yikes. Okay, are you guys still there or did I lose you?
We're good and we're excited about weather.
Thank you.
Okay, good deal. And can you see my screen?
Not yet.
No,
No.
not yet.
Okay. So I think there we go. Here we go. Now you got it. There you go. I always hit something and then you guys go away and then I'm afraid like I closed the whole class, but yeah, that was the panic you heard. Okay, weather terms. So Mazaquit would be like a clear day, Mazaquit, or you could say just Manogishget. It's like a good day or a fine day. But Mazaquit. And then, oh, I took them off. Okay. So this is another little teachable thing here. So the next one is Kasinyam get. Kasinyam get. So we're talking about cold weather it is. So what I was talking about, let me see if I can draw it on here real quick. And it's not just with weather, guys. I don't have any other examples. But I can certainly send you some. So I'm saying Kasinyam get cold weather it is, and you'll see it separate like that, sometimes together, but a lot of times separate. So when you speak it, you just kind of roll your tongue over like to the M. So it's almost like you're separating, like Kasinyam is together and then the get is by itself. Does that make sense? Kasinyam get.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So you're just kind of rolling it together. Kasinyam get. Same way with the next one. Gashatem get. Geschatem get. That's hot weather. It really is. And I like saying that word because it kind of sounds like your cousin. But that was one of the first words that I learned. But Geschatem get. But roll it together. Um, and then we have another one down here. I'm going to skip one real quick. We're going to do all the gets. Yabwam get. Warm. You're saying it's warm outside. Yabwam get. And then Takeyam get, it's cool outside. And I think that's it. So I did want to call your attention to over here. So when we're talking about weather, like you could say Kasinya, and people are going to know you're saying it's like cold. But it is common to add maget to the end of it. So it's your preference. You either You either add it or you don't. You're still going to be talking about cold weather. Okay, but it is real common. And if you see get, you're going to know on the back of a verb, you're going to know we're talking about like VII verbs, which I just exposed you to very little. But get should tell you that you're talking about VII verbs. Okay, because you're talking about it is something. That's basically what that means. And then another thing is remember that you cannot pluralize weather. So you should never try to do that. That would be incorrect. Okay, moving on. Macomb Eastwind. Macomb Eastwind, it's hailing. Macomb Eastwind. And then you have, where'd we go? Gamoan, it's raining. Gamoan. Justin likes to try to teach people to remember this. And he likes to do this little thing when he says it, but he says it's raining, so you got to get mowing. Rain, and you got to start mowing. So
Nice.
that's kind of a mnemonic thing that he tries to teach people. So mowing, it's raining. Noden, it's windy. Noden. Oh, I missed this. I think I did. Bonim get. Did I miss that one? But bonim get. There it is again. It looks like the M goes. So bonim get. Bonim get. It's snowing. And then next we have Niskadet. It's stormy. Niskadet. And then Jigwe. We're talking about thunder. And I don't know if I'm missing, looks like there's something on the bottom. I don't know what I put on the bottom, but I'm not seeing it. So next is Onquit. It's a cloud. Onquit. Winsewen. It's foggy. And, oh, there's another one. Maget. Joshquamget. It's slippery or it's slick outside. And the last one is Quansige or Geshathemget. It's real hot. Okay, I want to open the dictionary because I almost forgot. I didn't put that on my to-do list. Let me see if I can pull it up here.
Shelly, for unquit, does it just mean cloud as the noun and not like it's cloudy, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Yes.
thanks.
Yes.
Miigwech.
Okay, so let me move this out of the way. I think I have to do that because I want you guys to see the dictionary. Save that. And then let's share here. Are you guys seeing the dictionary?
Cho.
Okay, I think I kind of canceled it out. Let me move that. Okay, what about now?
Eh.
Okay, I wanted to show you that you can go to these tags and like do nouns. I don't know if there's more weather. Let's see. Here's your animals. And there's probably more than what I gave you in class. Numbers, which we're going to go over later. Different words you would use for people. I kind of thought weather was here. But let me just go here. So, Vicinal. And sometimes the dictionary doesn't work perfect. Ex So here's a lot of different ways to use Ksenia. And you'll get more words with it. So there's the cold weather there's the Kseniam get that I gave you. Or it could just be cold air. If you click on it, it'll tell you all the words that it can mean because sometimes there might be 4 or 5 words on there. This one is awesome because it gives you some audio from different speakers. So I would encourage you, see Jim Thunder. Here's one from Jim Thunder, James McKinney, Bud Onzawa, Walter Cooper. So it would be good for you as you're going through and you're learning the language to listen to these audio when we have it. They don't all have it. Just to hear different speakers use the words because everybody speaks differently, but it's really, really interesting. But let's see, let's go down here. So it will give you usually, not always, a couple of sentences, and then it'll give you related words if we put them in there. So please know that our dictionary is a work in progress. We're still working on it. And so this gives you like different endings that you can use to say whatever it is you're trying to say. See this one,
Yeah,
Kasinyanet.
Shelley, I think I might have stumbled on this like last year when I was doing that sign that I sent you. I was trying to look up the word for butterfly and milkweed. I don't know
Uh-huh.
if we could show that up,
Oh,
if we have time, but that's okay. Because
yeah,
I think
maybe.
that's where I got the spelling. This
Is
looks
this
really familiar.
okay? Oh, I think I did look it up. You're right. Yeah, yeah, because I did look it up when you sent that to me. Okay, so but yeah, you can just type in say, oh, one word I didn't give you is tornado. I'm sorry. If I could spell, hang on. Wayasto. Wayasto is a tornado or a dust devil or a whirlwind. Kutchanoden. So Noden, remember we learned that was on there. That's talking about it's windy. So Kutcha makes things big. Kutcha. So it's like big wind is what that's saying.
Nice.
Uh-huh. So but yeah, use your tags. I know there's weather right there. Dur. Okay, it's right in front of me. So yeah, see, there's more. I gave you Onquit, so there's beyond Naguanquits, like gathering clouds, beyond Donquit, clouds approaching. So if you want to be more specific, then you could refer back to the dictionary for help with that. So I did want to show you that. Does anybody have any questions about the dictionary? Because I know we talked about it a few times and I said that I would bring it up and show it to you.
Yeah, it's a great resource, Shelley. Thanks for showing us. And just the fact that it's this versatile is so cool. And it'll help us just like our Quizlets and all the
Uh-huh.
supplementary materials you've been.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
Okay.
Shelley, while you're
Yes.
in here, one of the things I found really helpful was the builder. Would you mind showing that if somebody else hasn't seen it?
Yeah.
I found that really helpful.
So I think this one does this one just do though? Let me pick a verb. So let
Yeah,
me
it
see if I
just does. It only has a limited list of verbs, but I was
I
trying to
think
say something one time and it was pretty cool because then I just,
forget maybe. Let's see. Okay, give to. Let's do give to because that should be mission. So okay, so you guys saw what I just did. I just picked a verb. This is what the verbs mean, and I know mission, I think we can do it pretty easily. That there's not a whole lot in there. Again, it's a work in progress. So I picked my verb, which is give to mission, and then we're going to say who. So if we'll just do I. This is where your conjugations come in. I give to them. And there's your conjugation. Naminak. What is them? How do you know we're talking about them?
Because you have the K at the end.
Right. Kadowigas. And the N
it's the
is
That's
your
I.
the
I.
I.
Yes.
First person singular.
Yeah. So you can change it. Let's do you. Give to him or her. And so this just kind of shows you how it changes because you have different players or actors. And so you see we have present, we're doing present. We can go to the past. You see that how it changed it? It added the GI. And now if we go to the future, well, it should, there we go. Gwimin. Isn't that cool?
That is
So you guys
amazing.
can come in
Very
here and play
cool.
with it.
Yeah,
What's
very
that?
cool. Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I found that helpful when Justin told
Yeah.
us about that.
Now I thought it was just VTAs and like the ma verbs, but this is not. That might be another tool in here, but yes, because let's see. What's another? Let me go back. But yeah, so that's the builder down at the bottom. Definitely go in there and play with that. Look at the tags. You can click learn and that will take you to where you can go to the portal to do like the self-paced courses. And this is where you will find the course that I'm going to be developing, the beginner course. We'll put it here. Let's see. Feedback. This is if you want to tell us something about the dictionary, maybe we misspelled something or there's like an error somewhere, you can tell us your name and your email and um, click, different things here and then just type us a little note what the situation might be. And then just go to your dictionary and start searching. But yeah, it's a real helpful tool. And so I'm going to pull this back up at the very end because there's something else that I wanted to show you. But yes, by all means, please use our dictionary. Okay, so we're done with weather, right? I sent you guys, let me pull up days of the week. Did you guys get the song? The actual words? I'm going to try to let's see. Okay, wrong one. Please tell me it's in here. Okay, so this is new lines. So this is a fun way that you could teach your children or your grandchildren, or anybody really, like the days of the week. It's a fun song. I believe I sent this to you. And our elders actually love this. When we go and we teach the elders, sometimes, this comes back around and it's kind of to the tune of like the Addams Family. But let me see. Well, you guys probably aren't seeing this, are you? I'm sorry. There we go. Did you guys get this?
I don't think I did, Shelly. I just got the regular days of the week.
Did anybody get this?
I
No,
got
I
this,
didn't get
Shelley.
it.
Yeah.
No?
No.
Wow. Oh my gosh, I'm not sure what's going on because I sent all this stuff yesterday. Okay, or I thought I did. My apologies. So, if I sent you the days of the week, I think that was probably just a Word document. But so
I think
But
I got it.
I got the song though.
you
Yeah,
did get the
I
song?
got
Yeah,
that with
we
the
got the
little
song.
diagram.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So Namagishek, well, that's Sunday or prayer day. Goat Gishik, we're talking about first day or day one. So Nish Gishik. So we know Gishik is day. So days of the week are pretty easy to remember because you're just counting. Goat Gishik, day one, Monday. Nish Gishik, day two, Tuesday. Opta, you guys remember what Opta was?
Half.
Half.
Half. So Opta Gishik, that's how we say Wednesday. Nial Gishik is fourth day or Thursday. Niano Gishek is fifth day or Friday. And Odanke Gishik is sixth day, but way back when it was go to town day. So that's how we refer to Saturday is go to town day, Odanke Gishik. And then Namagishik, of course, is Sunday, which is prayer day. So there's your days of the week. And here's the way for the song. I don't know. I don't know if I can play it for you guys. I will try, but the ones that didn't get it, I don't see a sound. I think, okay, so this is probably what you got. That's just something that I typed. Okay, now let me get that out of the way. I could maybe look at my emails and try to pull it up. Sent. I got a new computer, guys, a week or so ago, and I don't know, it's just doing some crazy things, and I can't seem to find anything that
Shelly, I wonder if your computer is animate. I wonder if computers are animate in general with Potawatomi, just like cars and clocks and all of that.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Maybe that could be something we can find out or ask Justin.
Yeah.
Shelly, I have it pulled up the audio if you'd like me to try to play it from my
I would
computer.
love for you to do that because you'll probably figure it out before I will.
Okay.
This
I think the
handy?
only thing I might need is permission to share my screen, and I'll just share it. I think that's
Yes.
so I can share the audio too.
Okay, thank you so much.
Sure thing. Yeah, I think that yeah, let me see if I can share the audio just like this, and we'll see if it sounds okay.
Okay.
Okay. Is that sounding good so far?
I'm not hearing anything.
Okay. In that case, Shelly, when you go to like share screen, the green button down at the bottom,
Uh-huh.
or actually,
You want
and
me
if
to
you go to
stop time?
Share first found. It should be there should be a in one of the features, the advanced feature or something on the share.
Yeah, if you Shelly click on my name, the little buttons next to me, and give me permission to share my screen, that way that I can share the audio. I think you might need to stop sharing, Shelly. Sorry.
Oh, nah, magija go,
Okay.
Yeah, I did get that. That was one of a separate emails. There were only like three but yeah, I did get that.
Okay, we should be able to play now. Let's see if it goes. No, mine doesn't want to play. That's so silly. Sorry about that. It was working just a second ago. Sorry, Shelly. Maybe.
You'll probably have to move over to that screen, Jack.
Merci beaucoup. We'll get this sorted.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm not hearing anything though.
Me either.
But I did get it to play from your email, and it was like a chant.
Magwet Sagone, Magwet Sagone,
Go.
Sagone, Magwet Sagone, Magwet Sagone. Oh, nah, magijak goat, gijak nish, gijak opta, gijak niao, gijak niano, gijak odonke, gijak Magwet Sagone, Magwet Sagone, Magwet Sagone, Magwet Sagone, Magwet Sagone.
Yay, McWetch. Yay. Thank you, guys. Thank
Miigwech,
you.
Jack.
Thank you. Yes. And thank you for your patience.
Which
So there's your days of the week. Okay, let's go to numbers real quick. I don't want to run out of time because we got plenty of time. There's some stuff I wanted to go through. So this is a slideshow from Justin. Are you guys seeing this?
Shogete.
Sure.
Okay, so let me get this out of the way. Save. So I'm glad you guys got to hear the song. Here we go. And slideshow. Okay, what's it doing? Okay, there we go. Now, I don't know if Justin's gonna talk. I guess not. So I guess I will. So in Potawatomi, he always says that if you can count to 10, you can count about as high as you want. Now, keep in mind that when we're counting, I swear it could probably end up being a foot long to say a certain number because it just gets so big. I actually thought Justin's voice was narrating this one. So here we go. Numbers 1 to 10. Goat is 1. Goat, 1. So in goat Dokwan, we're saying 1 table. In goat Kajo, 1 cat. In goat Pinoges, 1 baby. Niche is our number for 2. Niche. Remember the I makes the double E sound, so niche. And I'm going to skip that other stuff, guys. So swear. I'm so nasally. Swear, 3. So the N on the front is semi-silent and is not hardly heard, but it's important to know it's there. Swa. And then 4 is niao. 5 is neonin. 6 is Ngoat Watso. 7 is Noak. Schwatso is 8. 9 is Shock. And 10 is Madatso. Go, Nish, Shwe, Niao, Neonin, Ngoat Watso, Noak, Schwatso, Shock, Madatso. Okay? That's 1 to 10. Now it gets a little bit tricky beyond that. Okay, I might be as the shared window screen is closed. Okay. Can you guys see the PowerPoint?
Ehe.
Yeah, okay, good. Can anybody remember how to count 1 to 10?
Well, I remember 4 is meow because it sounds like meow.
Right. Goat is 1.
Goat,
Niche,
niche,
Niche is 2. Yeah,
Way.
niche.
sway,
Shui,
meow,
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 meowing,
neonin,
Then
neonin,
goat
watso,
watso,
guatso,
noak,
noe,
Schwartz.
watso,
schwatso, shock,
shock, madatso.
medatso.
Okay. To make larger numbers, you simply add 10 and 1 would be 11. 20 and 6 would be 26. So you're going to use shech, means and but only with numbers. So shech means and, but remember it says only with numbers. Some community use mina, which is and again for the in between. So you're going to have something in between your words. It's your preference whether you use shech or mina. Okay? So in between like the 10 and the 1. So what do you guys think that's going to be like? So if we're trying to say 11, we know that Madatso is 10, right? So you would say Madatso, Shech, and Goat,
Goat,
or Madatso,
Madatso,
In
Mina,
goat.
and goat.
Correct. So here you go. Here's 11 to 19. So 11 Madatso Shech in goat, 12 Madatso Shech Nis, 13 Madatso Shech Shwe, 14 Madatso Shech Niao, 15 Madatso Shech Nianen, 16 Madatso Shech in goat Watso. See what I'm talking about? How long it gets? And we're only on 16. Madatso Shech Noek is 17. Madatso Shech Schwatzo is 18. And Madatso Shech Shak is 19. Okay, when we get to 20, 20 is Nish Wabtuk. Nish Wabtuk. So there's Nish, which is 2. So maybe that'll help you remember how to say 20. So Nish Wabtuk is 20. So now we're going to go Nish Waptuk Mina and Goat is 21. Nish Waptuk Mina Nish is 22. Nish Waptuk Mina Shwe is 23. Nish Waptuk Mina
Niao.
Niao is 24. Nish Waptuk Mina
Neonden.
Yanan.
is 25. Nish Waptuk Mina
Watso.
Watso is 26. Nish Waptuk Mina Noak is 27. Okay, now we're on 30, Schwabtek. So again, you have that begin in NSW. So Schwabtek is 30. So you see here we're switching back and forth between Shech and Mina because it's your preference. So you're just taking 30 and you're adding 1 to get 31 and so on. 32, 33, 34. 40 is Niao Waptuk. So there's your 4, Niao. Niao Waptuk. And again, you're just adding. Now it changes when we get to 50. It's Neonomtanine. Neonomtanine is 50. So Neonomtanine, Shech, and Golt is 51. So we're back using Shech here. It could be Mina. So Neonomtanine, and then you're just adding to get whatever number. So at 50, it changes a little to omthane or somthane, matter of preference. Let's see, in goat what somethane is 60. So you would just go and goat what somethane shech in goat, that would be what? 61. You guys with me?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So Noak somethane shech shwe. How much is that?
73.
73. Schwat somethane Mina Schwatzel.
88.
88. Shock somethane Shech Shock.
99.
99.
99. And then in Goat Walk is 100. Okay, and there are your numbers. So just by looking at that, I mean, the numbers can get really, really big because you can count as high as you want. So there are your numbers. Let me pull this little bitty activity up and we'll see if we can't get that. Now, I don't know if I sent you guys a numbers activity. We don't have to go through, or the worksheet, we don't have to go through that tonight unless you want to. It's 6 o'clock, so we probably have time. Let's do this little thing here first. Okay, are you seeing my screen?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we're going to count the number of Mantanashik in the picture, full or partial. And what, I don't think this was on the animal one, so we're talking about sheep, guys. So how many sheep do we have? We have And then we count partials too. So Ngo,
Goat.
Nish,
Niche.
Shwe,
Sway.
Niao,
Meow.
Nianen,
Eonin.
Goat Watso,
So,
No. What's
Noek,
so? Noek.
Swatso,
Swatso,
Watso.
Shock,
Shock.
Madatso.
Madatso.
Mandatsu.
So there's 10 Montanashi. Now we have, it says Nijetso Gi Shepshiek. What is that saying? Can anybody tell me?
How
We
many
learned what Shepshi
tigers?
was last week. Right here. And this is one of our question words. Nijetso,
How many?
how
Tigers.
many, how much or how many? And then Shepshiek, we're talking about those little tigers there.
How many
So,
tigers?
uh-huh. So we would circle what number?
And Shui?
Shwe, right here. Yep. Okay, Nijetso Singok, Nukmuk Shana. So how many squirrels here, there, and everywhere? So we've got Ngoat,
Nago.
Nish,
Nish. Shui.
Niao,
Meow.
Goat Watso, or Nianen,
Neonin.
and Goat
Ningo.
Watso,
Watso.
Noek,
Noek.
and Swatso.
Swatso.
Watso. Okay, so we would write Swatso right there. Godowicas, guys.
Yay. This
Yeah.
is fun.
Okay. So you guys probably might want to do this other exercise then.
Yes.
It's not so kiddie. I just thought that was cute. I don't think you're not seeing that because I opened it the wrong way. Where's it at? Right there, maybe? Yes. Okay. So in goat plush niece. Yeah, I'm getting real nasally, guys, so I'm sorry. I sound crazy to myself. I can't imagine how I sound to y'all.
No,
So what's the
you're
answer to
good.
the first one?
Shui.
Is it 1 plus 2?
Mm-hmm.
Shui, which is
Shui.
3.
And the answer to number 2, shock minus Ingot Watso.
Shui.
Shui. And answer to number 3, Madatso minus Nice.
Swatso.
Swatso. Shwe times Niche.
Goat Watso.
Correct.
Go
Good weekend. Number 5, Neonin plus Niche. Gosh.
Noek. Neonin.
Noek. Did I hear somebody say Noek?
Noek.
Godowigas. Number 6 is Noek minus Ngoat.
Go Watso.
Ngoat Watso. Madatso plus Niao.
Madatso Shwek Shek Meow.
Madatso plus Niao. Madatso Shetch Niao.
Or Madatso Mina Meow as well, right?
Yes. Number 8 is Niche plus Niche.
Meow.
Niao. Shwe plus Shwe.
Go Watso.
Madatso minus Niao.
Go Watso.
And goat times Shuck.
Shak.
Niao times Niche.
Schwarzo.
Swatso. Niche Waptut minus Madatso.
Is it Mdatso?
Yep, because you're saying 20 minus 10. And then Niche Waptut minus Niche.
Or it's plus niche, right?
Oh, plus Niche. Yes, I'm sorry.
Nish Waptuk Mina Nish.
Niche Waptut minus Schwatso.
Ndatso Shesh Nish.
Correct. Schwatso plus Shwe.
Mdatso Shechingot.
Uh-huh. Schwatzo plus Schwatzo.
Ndatso shek ngo watso.
Correct. Shock plus Ingot.
Mdatso.
Niche times niche plus Madatso.
Mdatso. So sorry. Mdatso Shechingot. No, I was wrong. Sorry, I got my numbers wrong.
Niche times niche plus Madatso. Did you answer it?
Mdatso Shechniao.
Okay. Ingot times Ingot Watso plus niche Waptuk.
Niswe Waptek.
Correct. Uh-huh. Good. You guys did good on that.
That's fun.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What are we getting into now? Okay, so we are going to work on some introductions because that's one thing that we haven't done. And if nothing else, you should be able to introduce yourselves. Okay, so my introduction would be, and most times, like when we're in ceremony or maybe we're at a conference, we might give this much information because Chimokman ways, you don't go up to people and say all this stuff, that's just not something you do. But so I would say Gishik Kwe Deshnikas, Jigwe Owen Dodem, Bode Wadmi and Dow, Shishibaniak and Dabindagwes, Bolegs in Bia, Bethel Acres in Diane. So what I said was, I am called Sky Woman. I come from the Thunder Clan. I am Potawatomi. I'm enrolled citizen band. I'm from Bow Lakes, Oklahoma. I live in Bethel Acres, Oklahoma. I may have not said Oklahoma, but I'm from Bow Lakes and I now live in Bethel Acres. Okay. So let me, I have to do it this way. Get this out of the way. Save. And okay, move. Okay, there we go. Okay, so Indejnakas is I am called. So if you don't have a Anishinaabe Noswin, which is referred to as an Indian name or spirit name, you could just say your English name, your Chimokman name. So you would say your name and Indejnakas. If you know your clan, you could say your clan. Clan, you say Indodam. I said Jigwe Indodam. Jigwe means thunder. Bode Wadmi and Dow, I am Potawatomi. And then I said Shishibani. I didn't put it all on here. And I might have misspelled it. I hope I didn't. It's not letting me. Why is it not letting me? Yeah, nope. Now it went crazy. Maybe like that. I might have spelt it wrong, guys, but Shishibaniak and Damandagwes. I am enrolled citizen Potawatomi. Does anybody know what that Shishibe is?
Duck people.
Duck people, correct. And then the Indoch Bia is I come from. And it actually looks like Wajabia. So if you look down here, Wajabia. But when you go to conjugate it, remember we had the you have to use the long form, so it ends up being NDEW. So it ends up changing to indulge. So this used to be this right here. This is what you would see in the dictionary. It's the third person singular, but when you go to conjugate it for I am, it looks like this. So indulge via I am from. So you say where you're from. So maybe you don't live there now in the same place that you're from. So then you say a Diane, it's like now I live, and then you say where you live. Uh, is there anyone that wants to introduce yourself? Is there anyone on here that does introduce yourself this way?
Shelly,
Eh,
um I do some like training and stuff for like doctors and mental health providers and things like that. And oftentimes I will introduce myself by centering that like I'm an indigenous person, I'm a Potawatomi person, I'm a
Uh-huh.
Shishibani person, and in doing so I'll introduce myself this way.
Uh-huh.
Jack Meany. Um, um, Also, if I do presentations or something like that,
Uh-huh.
or
Okay.
if I've done I know it's common. I have a when I've written art, like I only have one article out, book chapter out, but it's always in the preface
Mm-hmm.
when, and a lot of the indigenous authors I know do the same thing.
Okay. Um, Candace or Jack, do you want to introduce yourself? I don't know if Jack, if are you if you're the same clan I am, I'm kind of thinking you might be, but Candace, you might be a different clan that
Eh,
you could share with them.
sure, should I go and then Jack can go or whatever? So I'll
Uh-huh.
say, Bojo Nikanek, Candace and Dejnakas, Bodwad Mi and Dao, Shishibaniak, Indibenaguas, Mako Undodum, so I'm Bear
Mhm.
Clan.
Oh.
So or actually Candace Chomokman,
Mhm.
Mishkwagishko Kwe and Dejnakas. So I'm Red Sky Woman is my Indian name. Dallas, Texas, and Dochbia, San Marcos, Texas, Edian.
Oh, nice.
Aho.
Mm.
Nice.
Bojo Jayek, Ajdet and Dejnikaz, um, Buriwad Miandao, Jigweondodem, Shishibeni and Bindagwis, uh, Soper, Oklahoma, Ndojbia, Mina, Western Massachusetts, Dion. Ew.
Wow, nice. Yeah, Jack, I kind of figured because I know a lot of Brunos. I'm actually pretty close with a lot of Brunos, extended family. So I
Yeah,
figured you were a Thunder Clan also.
yeah. Patty Jackson, Patricia Bruno is my grandmother, and she has a lot of brothers and sisters who are kind of that generation there.
Uh-huh.
So Jimmy, Bruno, and anyway, I don't need to bore anybody, but I'm not surprised that we got folks in common, Shelley. That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice. Do we have anybody else? Do we have any questions?
Yeah, first of all, Candace and Jack, Chimigwech, that was awesome. And also, if you are not part of the Potawatomi people, but you are learning as an ally, advocate, and friend of the community, is there a way that we can do this respectfully? Um, is there like different grammar for us? Like, what would that look like?
No, there wouldn't be different grammar. I mean, because you could still say Ndejna Kos, Bojo Jayak, um, Lena Ndejna Kos, my name is Lena.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lena. You don't have a clan, so you wouldn't have to say anything.
Yeah.
Some people do say Cho. You could say Cho Indodem. See, I don't have a clan or no clan or just don't say anything. Um,
Okay.
uh, and you wouldn't say I'm Potawatomi if you're not Potawatomi. You could be another tribe and you could say that, what you are, or you could leave that off. So anything that doesn't apply really, you could leave off.
Okay.
So yeah, there wouldn't be a different set of grammar. No.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I guess I should rephrase that as like what we include as but you've mentioned that like we can just take out these middle parts and just say I'm
Right.
called from I live and just keep it at that.
Yes.
Okay.
We
Cool.
have a lot of people that are not Potawatomi. Um, some of them are not even native really, but they participate in our ceremonies. They're learning our language. They've learned to use it. They introduce themselves this way. So, you know, uh, one of the things that we believe you have any of you that are not native ever noticed you'll see like four specific colors. You'll see red, yellow, black, and white.
Yeah.
Maybe like on a shield or something or someone's logo or something. But that represents all our nations. That red nation being like the Native Americans, the Mexicans, those nations that come from the South. The Black nation, obviously, self-explanatory. The White nation, and the Yellow nation, those Asian nations. So we have that, we have those colors represented because, we include everyone. We don't try to discourage anyone from being a part of anything that we're doing. So
That's amazing.
that's what those colors mean whenever you see them. I just thought that this would be a good teachable moment to share that with you for those of you that didn't know that and maybe saw those colors and wondered, so those colors are signify people, they signify our four directions as well. So anything and everything that we do has meaning behind it. And so
Lena, Lena, I was just gonna,
That's
if
yes,
you don't,
Candace.
if I'm sorry, if you don't mind, I was just gonna say, my partner is trying to learn the language also, and so we try to practice at home when we can. It's we're we have good times when we try to do it all the time and then we forget for a while. But he's he's in that spot too, where he's trying to learn as much about the culture and the language, and so
Nice.
it's really great. It's a lot of fun.
It is. I appreciate that, Candace. Chimi Guach, and please tell your partner I say Bojo, and we're in this together. So yeah,
Eh,
Shelly, I would like to give it a try. And I was very, very touched by everything that you've said, and thank you, Candace, as well for jumping in. I was hearing everyone say it so fast. Is the can you say the phrases one more time, please, or at least the ones that would apply to me, like those three? I'm called,
yeah,
I'm from, and I live.
yeah. So can you see that if I have
Uh-huh. Eh-heh.
uh these right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Indejna Kos.
And Dejnakas. Okay. And do
Uh-huh.
I put my name before or after?
You can say your name before.
Okay, so I would say Lena and Dejnakas.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. And then okay, and I put everything in front of this part, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'll say Los Angeles, Doge, Bia.
Uh-huh.
Okay, sweet. And then I'm in Mexico right now, but I have been living in the New York area. So I guess could I say Mexico, Mina, New York, Diane?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Woohoo! Okay, I did it. Doesn't
Kiddo
seem
we
so
guess.
scary.
Kiddo we guess.
Yay! Chimiguach
Mhm.
Shelly, Chimiguach Jayak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd like to try too.
Okay.
So Diane Nadezhnikas.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, Illinois is Nadoje Bia.
Mm-hmm.
And how would I say right now? I'm in Nadayan, Michigan.
Diane.
Nadayan, Michigan.
Diane.
Yeah,
And right now you're where?
Michigan.
Michigan. Oh, wow. Whereabouts? We talked about it, I know, but my memory.
Lower Southwest Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do have a kind of slightly off-topic question. So and I don't know if you can see I have a genealogy chart. Supposedly my great grandmother was Native American, and the last names I have is her name was Margaret Nations, and then I have her mother as Sally Weathers. So I have Nations and Weathers on my genealogy that we always
Wow.
said it was like a little pinky worth of, Native American, but I don't know if I can prove that or if that's legend or, just gone for the ages. How would I even go about, researching that? I have no clue.
Honestly, I would say probably I would go to any of the sites like Ancestry
Mhm.
and search those names. Um, if it kind of depends on where your ancestors were from to kind
Arkansas.
of
Yeah, Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
To kind of know like which tribes to kind of start checking with. Um, I would start with Ancestry first.
Mhm. Someday, maybe next
Yeah,
year. I
and
Well,
think that will be my,
also,
my subscription.
Diane, if there's a free one, like Ancestry is, so there's a family search is a free one.
yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot.
Hmm.
I
So you
have
might try
kind
that.
of just done the Google or whatever's come up, and it says
Yeah.
unknown. So the little bit that I've done has kind of said unknown to it. I mean, I guess I could go to like the marriage records maybe,
Yeah.
but I don't even think there were birth records. So that was my.
If they were in, if they happen to be enrolled members of one of the tribes, then look at the Indian census.
Mm.
Because if they were enrolled members, then the BIA kept records of everybody, and that's actually how a lot of people, like when I'm in Texas, and a lot of people are not enrolled because they weren't part of the United States at the time, and they just killed Native Americans. They didn't bother removing them, and so most of the people I know are not enrolled because there weren't records or anything like that. But if they were in Arkansas, there's a possibility that they were moved from the east and their records were kept on them. So check the Indian census rules.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. The Dawes Rolls, that's like the 5 civilized tribes, DAWES. You might check that one as well. But yeah, definitely those census rows, that would be a good place to start as well. Okay, so I'm gonna take this down. The last thing that I have for you, so actually let me cancel this. So in Dejnakoth, we know that this is we're saying I am called. So Jinkazo is actually the VAI verb that changes to Indejnakoth. And I'm gonna show you that here in just a minute. This may be a little bit above beginner, but I think it's helpful. Let me see, verb causal. Okay. I probably didn't share that either. Save and move you out of the way. And then causal. Okay. So there's our verb causal. It is a VAI and it is irregular. So here we're using the long form. Okay. On the independent side, the conjunct doesn't change at all, as you will see. So you've got a few things happening here. It drops the O for first, second person, singular, first, second person plural. So it drops the O. And then you have it doing a little switch here. See, it should be EN. It does a flip. So the N and the E, or the EN becomes the N and the E. So you've got a couple of things going on there. So remember earlier when I said we were talking about the irregular verbs, sometimes the long form stops crazy things from happening, but sometimes there's multiple crazy things that happen with it. I wish I would have thought to put on here how it would actually look if you did it, just the independent way. It just does some craziness. But anyway, this is how it would look with the long form. There's a couple of things going on here. So try to maybe memorize that indigenous or Jinkazo. It does a couple of different things, and hopefully let it trigger you when you think Jinkazo. You should use the long form. It'll make things easier. One thing I wanted to show you with this worksheet too, I know we mostly stayed focused on the VAI regular verbs, because you can speak Potawatomi, you can speak our language. If you only knew the VAI verbs, it might be a little choppy, but speakers, they would be able to understand you. Okay. So that's why we focus on the VAIs. But this is one verb that it can also be, this is your VII verb. So it changes from jinkazo, which is a VAI, to jinkade, which is a VII. So it's called or named something it is. So remember, VIIs, it is either it is something or they are something. Okay. So this is how it changes. And right here where it says Jinkade, this is it is called something, so it's that. But then right here you have Jinkade known. So this known, when you're dealing with VII verbs, this makes it plural. I'm gonna color that. So that becomes they are called or named something. So in beginner 2, we actually go into VIIs, VTIs. VTAs are reserved for intermediate or advanced. So if you want to take my beginner 2 in the spring, probably, we would get into some of this stuff here. And then, so I did go ahead and give you the VTI word as well. So Jinkadan, called it is by someone. So a VTI verb is where you have an animate something that's acting with an inanimate something. So that's why it changes to called it is by someone. Okay. So the it is the inanimate, and then here's the animate. So, and then I showed you, this only has two forms on the VII, the it and the they, but the VTI, if you will notice, it's very similar to our VAI conjugations. So you've got your Potawatomi prefixes up front, the N, the G. You could have a W or nothing, just like I have here. NGG, and then nothing on the front down at the bottom. You still will have for first, second, plural. Remember, you have your N plus men and your G plus men. So that's the same. And then on third person plural, you have your G plus just the M. That's the same. Okay. The differences are up here with the first and second and the third person. So you have I see it or them. So this front part in Najin Kaden, you're talking about I see it. But if you say Najin Kadanen, you're saying I see them. Does that make sense? So I have it in EN. The EN is the them. It looks kind
Ellie,
of
so what you're saying is the AN is the it and the EN is the them?
yes.
Okay, perfect, Miigwech.
Yes.
And can you send us this sheet as well in the emails, please, Shelley?
Yeah, did I not send it?
I'm
I
not
got
sure
it.
you did. Oh,
You did get it?
was it in the
Mhm.
latest email? Okay, I'll check.
Okay, so yes, that is, and I'm trying to color this the same color, but it's apparently, I don't know, it's not matching. But the EN is the them, and just the front part before the slash is the it. Okay, so first, second, and third person looks like this in the independent for the VTI. And then down here at the bottom, you've got Zinkadawa is they see it. Zinkata one would be they see them. Okay. So that's one of the main differences with the VAI and the VTI. Now, we don't have anything here with these three, like on the end, because they are already both singular or plural. So I usually, let's see. Well, when I'm teaching it, I usually, or when I'm learning it even, so like I always make a little note though, that they're singular and plural already. That's why we don't have to add the en or the n at the backside. Okay. Now, so you have Jinkazo. Oh, Jinkazo is your VAI. Jinkade is your VII, with just two forms, it or they. Jinkadan is your VTI. And so this is how you conjugate independent and how do you conjugate. Okay, so this is a little bit different. So look up here, you have, remember our yon, yin, t, yak, yugo, yuk, wat for our conjunct on the VAI? It's kind of still the same down here, except for it's not a Y, it's an M, and it's not a T, it's a K. So it's mon, min, K, mak, mago, muk, wat. You guys see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's a little bit of an adjustment to go from conjugating VAI to VTI, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad at all, really. So you'll do pretty well when you learn the VAIs, the VIIs, and the VTIs as far as speaking the language. Now, I did give you the VTA form of the verb, which is zinkana. Call someone by a certain name, he or she does. So even in this description, we have two animate things. So remember, VTAs are verbs that are acting on another animate something, whether it's a person, a pet, or a spiritual item. Remember that one? I was going to conjugate for you what that would look like in VTA, but that was it's a lot, because this would have like 36 forms for the
Wow.
VTA. And it's, oh my gosh, it's a lot. I had it on there and I had started it, and I said, Justin, can you come in and check this? And he's like, no, no, no. He said, in theory, yes, but so this was one of those two. I was trying to conjugate it like a regular VTA, but I forgot it is an irregular verb. So you have to do different things to it. And it just got to be a nightmare, even for Justin trying to help me. And it even stumped him on some of them. So he was like, oh, don't put that. He said, Shelly, I feel like if you put that, you run the risk of losing people because it's so complicated. So I was like, yeah, okay. So I said, I'm at least going to give them the word and I won't worry about conjugating it out. So I do work on VTA verbs. They are super hard. As we're learning VTA verbs, we do it with the verb wabma. So we can kind of answer questions with wabma if we're doing VTA, but trying to put a different verb and an irregular one at that into those forms, that was like super hard, man. I really worked my brain this week on that one, but I just wanted to expose you to the different verbs. Well, it's the same verb, but it's in a different form. Hopefully this doesn't scare you too much, because the VIIs and the VTIs really aren't that bad at all. It's an easy transition to get to do those.
Yeah, this is
So,
really cool, Shelley. And I have a question about the last one, just in terms of what it means in English. When we say call someone by a certain name, he, she does. Even in English, can you please give us an example of like what a quick sentence might look like? Because I'm still trying to wrap my mind around what it even means.
okay. So gosh. So you're talking about like, let's see, so if you're talking to somebody, you might be talking to a group of people, they might say, well, uh, Wanisha Okwe, and then you might say, well, we call her Sam, but her name is Samantha. Something like that,
Oh,
kind of.
yeah, okay.
Hopefully
Yeah, I
that
was
makes sense.
what it
Candace,
was.
does that make sense? I really struggle to make sentences up, but yeah. Justin is my sentence person, but yeah, so you're talking about your two animate things, basically kind of interacting to the extent you're interacting when you're calling someone a name, but you know.
Shelley, I'll be doing good if I get the VAIs. I mean,
Oh
I
no.
think I'll be the yeah. VTA thing is just I get lost.
Yeah, yeah. I worked on them this afternoon doing different stuff because we've been training on them all week. And so Justin will teach us, and then I'll have to come back in here and try to make it make sense to me. I would say, let's see, I was gonna say do you guys want me to show you what it kind of looks like? You won't get scared, will you?
Oh yeah, we are
Do
on
y'all
it.
want to see it?
Oh yeah. Aha.
Okay.
Aha.
Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna save that. And see where I saved it to. Okay, so I'm calling it a help sheet. And let me go back to share. And then,
Shelley, would this form usually be taught in beginner 2 or maybe 3, or is it more of like the intermediate class?
the VTA,
Uh-huh.
oh, it's intermediate, lay, intermediate, and advanced.
Wow.
There's not a lot of people that know this.
So we are on top form right now with you on this. Perfect.
Yeah, and I'm really not good. So there's a hierarchy. Gosh, so like you're more important than me. So like anytime you see a G in there, they're more important than me or him or her or them. So this is the hierarchy that I have here. And it gets real confusing with these words. So like, see this word right here. Gosh, this one's like super hard. So Nawab Muck, this word right here, this means he or she sees me. And I have this E highlighted because like it's hard to know like which way it goes. So like I would want to say, I see, I would think this is I see them. If I were applying VAI stuff to it, I would think, okay, so it's got an N here, that's I or me, right? And then it ends with the K. That's the they. K is they, right? Wrong when you get to VTA. So this is actually he or she sees me. So what this is saying is that if it ends with an E, so which an E doesn't have to be at the very end, guys. Most of the time it's going to go that way. Meaning so this is he or she sees me. So that's what we mean we're going that way when we read it instead of I see him or her. Does that make sense?
Oh, wow. So we're literally going backwards when we're interpreting it.
Yes.
Wow. Very
And so
cool.
like the second one, Gawab Magok. So I have the E highlighted again. So in this instance, because we have an extra layer on here, the OK. So the K is the they in this instance. So this is saying they see you. They see you.
I think
Nawab Magnonic. Look in here, you have your Ninon N and your NAN here. I just try to pick everything apart. Here's your E again, so that's telling us it's going to go that way. Your K is the they again. So remember, so this is they see us, but not you. Remember the Ninon, we exclude the person we're talking to, right? So
right.
that's the N and the NAN. So that's the minus you. This is the they, and wabma, of course, is the verb to see. So they see us, but not you. You see what I'm
This is so
saying?
cool. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually like if you see it this way, it's very logical. And then you just go backwards when you see the E, and then you just break it down that way.
Most
That's
of the time.
really
Most of the
logical.
time. Yeah.
Oh, exceptions. Yes.
So let's see. So I just started this today, so I don't know if I did. So so there's so many forms. So Justin always tells us, you know, as we're trying to study like the he and the she and the they together because they're very similar. So here's the he or she sees you gawab muck. And so Gawab Magok is the they see you. So you have MEK or MEG. And remember when I was talking about consonants, the K and the G, it's kind of the same thing. Okay. So far up to the K and the G, it's the same thing. Now the only thing extra we have is the OK. So that makes it the they. And so we're only adding two letters onto the end. So that's what he's saying. It's easier to study it together. And there's other ones too that he says that about. But see, here are other words. So this is wean and weanwa. So he probably says, you know, to study these two together. Nawab muck, I see you. Nawab magok, I see them. So in this way, it's, I believe it's going that way. So there's not, these are so hard because they're not, it's not 100%. So that's why I have this. If it ends with an E, it's going to go that way most of the time. Most of the time, guys, not all the time. If it ends with an A, it's going to go that way. So anyway, I just started this today, so I don't have a lot of those examples out. But yeah, I was doing this. These are all the different forms, neen, geen, ween, all the way to weenwah. But yeah, it's complicated. When I put this in there, I was like, why did I do it like this? Because I was thinking in my head, it made sense to be able to go across this way and see how it changes. But I think I did it wrong. I should have put them up and down, and I don't know. That one's crazy. I'm not even gonna try to touch that one. But this one, so here are 3 different verbs here, and they conjugate, so it would almost be like an irregular. If it ends with ma or na or wa, they're going to do something different. And so that's what I was trying to show here with these specific verbs. This is how they're going to look conjugated out. See, this one has 5 forms. The geen has 5. The ween has like 7. Ninon's just got 4. Ginon just has 2. So see, it's all over the place. There's just, you try to put a rhyme or reason to it, and sometimes I'll get like to where I think, oh my gosh, I got this. And I try to go in here and I make me this little cheat sheet so it makes sense to me. And then I just get, yeah. At the end of today, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not messing with VTAs anymore this week. It's too much. I have to separate myself. So you see, it's a lot. So this is what's coming. But like I say, it is in the latter part of the intermediate and more on to like the advanced. So those are your VTAs.
That is so cool. Shelly, I know that it is the higher levels, but if you could send this to us, or at least the first sheet, or anything that's ready, I would be so grateful. I am so into this.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you are. Because it's super hard. I mean, sometimes my head is just spinning. Okay, so that's all I had planned for today, but I did want to make sure I'm pushing out to you guys the lyrics for the morning song, the long form PowerPoint. Is that right? Is that what I said?
I think so.
I think so too. Maybe, or I didn't write the note down right. And then a regular, oh, we're talking about the rice, trying to make sure how we should say just white rice. I think you could just put wob in the front.
That was the question, right?
But if you, yes, but if you, just email me if there's something that I forget to do, because it does happen. We have about 11 minutes. Are there any questions from you guys about moving forward? Now, I have heard from a few people that they would be interested in meeting, like just to like have conversations about the language, maybe some study time. I did do this with one of my other classes before. We met a few times after the class was over, and so I can see about getting that set up. And if you guys are all okay with me still pushing stuff out to you, I will still continue to do that. And we'll keep you
100%.
informed about, what dates that I get set up to be able to meet. And if you can find, if you can't find, and I'm sure they'll be recorded too, so you could always go in there and access them. Oh, and I'll make sure that Justin gets that stuff put on YouTube tomorrow at the HowneyCon site. So this one and then last week's. What else am I missing? So we do still have the messenger group. We really haven't chatted a whole lot this week. I did push some things out the other night, some teachings that Justin had done online. I shared those with you through that messenger group. So if you want access to that, then just find me on Facebook or email me how to find you and I'll get that to you so we can continue to communicate in that way and try to use the language every day, even if it's in its smallest increment, even if you just go on that group and you say Bojo or Manoa and whatever it may be, just use it. And just please know that I appreciate you all so much for taking my class. I feel that we had a really great group, and I hope that we can stay connected and continue our language journey together because I'm still learning every day. This is just a beginner course. We have a long way to go. So, um, there's that. But I did send out to you guys too, if you have any kids or grandkids that want to enter that coloring sheet contest. It's due by the end of the month. I did send that. I believe I sent you the flyer for our winter storytelling, which is February 4th. You can listen over Zoom with that as well. And I think that's it. I think that's all we have going on right now. But anytime we add courses or we're going to do something, I would be glad to share it in the group email. So you'll know, especially if it's something that you can access via Zoom. But I will say that I'm fixing to be gone to Michigan. I leave on the 13th to welcome my new grandbaby. So I don't know when I will return. But
Congratulations, Shelly.
yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm so super excited.
Rodriguez.
So I won't be doing a whole lot towards the end of December. Just please know that I'm not ignoring you, but um but I will answer emails as I can and just kind of keep you informed as to what's going on. So
Shelley,
any
could I? Yeah.
huh?
Okay. I'm sorry. I just ask a question. One. I think I have my new favorite Potawatomi word, but I heard it for the first time tonight with you. When you're calling the dictionary, was it bajankety?
Yeah,
Bajank
Bashankity.
Bajankety? What is that? Just like kinky, or what is that?
Yeah,
Bajankety.
yeah.
Okay, that's my new favorite word. Thank you very
Oh
much,
wow.
Agreed.
Chimigwech.
Oh, you're welcome.
Um, because that's something I can remember, and I'll apply it to my everyday life every day.
Oh,
So thank you. Me,
oh yeah.
Chimigwech, and mine. I I'm sure Justin doesn't know yet, but I always try to set. I'm always kind of trying to figure out when I'm taking my vacation. Does he know anything about what he's doing in person next summer on the language classes, those more intensive ones?
Oh,
He said he was going to do 2 weeks and 2 weeks instead of the 8 weeks
yes,
because the grant
thanks
was
for
over.
reminding me about that. So,
Because I want to plan my vacation around,
yeah.
coming.
Okay, so what Candace is talking about, and I'm so glad she had mentioned that because I wanted to mention it to you. During the summer, we do a language immersion. And people come from all over the place. Last year we had a couple of people from Hawaii.
That's what
We've had people
Ryan
from
was in the
like,
class.
yeah, we've
Yeah,
had people
and
from
Ryan.
like the New England area as well, just all over really. We have some come, that live 10 miles down the road or 2 miles down the road. But we basically immerse ourselves in the language for 8 hours a day. Um, we watch PowerPoints, we do the listening drills, we do the skits, um, we do all different kinds of activities. We've even played like Name That Tune, where you have to, he'll give us the name of a song in the language, and you have to kind of, figure out what it is. He'll give you the genre, and so you just kind of figure out what it is. We've played Jeopardy with the language. Whatever basically we can do to make learning fun. We also incorporate some cultural activities. We try to do like once a week. Now we've been doing 8-week immersions, so all summer long. Um, so our grant that we did that with has ran out. We've applied for another one, but we haven't heard anything. So regardless, we plan on doing some other type of immersion where I think we may do something with children first, maybe 1 week or two, and then we're going to do something with adults for like 2 weeks, because we realize it's hard to get people to commit to like a full 8 weeks, but you didn't even have to stay the full 8 weeks. Like this year we had people come for the first week or the first 2 weeks or the first 3 days. Some people stayed for 4 weeks, some people stayed for 6 weeks, and then when it was over nobody wanted it to end, so we met like um once a week, and then as people got back into their lives and started back to their jobs, then we did like once a month. So now we haven't met. We didn't meet in November at all. The last time we met was in October. But so anyway, and it's open to anybody that wants to learn the language. We do it right here in our Cultural Heritage Center, and we just do a lot of good activities. Some of the things we do, we always like to take you out to one of our spirit houses, and we teach you about ceremony. One of our elders teaches you how to strike Indian fire. He does teachings in our lodge. We cook different types of native foods. We sew ribbon skirts or ribbon shirts or bandolier bags. We make moccasins. We make earrings, beaded earrings, whatever we come up with. We've even like made bows for like bow and arrows, all kinds of stuff, whatever we can come up with that year. We do, just to try to incorporate our culture into the language because they are so closely tied together. And so, yes, thanks for bringing that up, Candace. I believe we do have some dates picked out, and I will push those out through the email, as
Chimigwetch
soon
for
as I
that.
can. Yeah, thanks for
I
bringing
was
it up.
I was gonna tell the group I could only stay for 1 week last year. So I came the first week because I didn't want to miss the beginning. And I didn't want to go home. It was lovely. It was the highlight of my summer. So I just want to plan a lot of my activities around that. So Chimigwech for that, Shelley.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Okay, we have about 2 minutes. Any other questions?
Yeah, Shelley, did you write down writing the hierarchy sheets as well? And the ones that you just showed us?
Oh, okay.
Thanks. And I was wondering, do we have time to go over my color questions or the purple questions, or should I ask you to email us those? I can repeat it if you want.
Okay. Well, I wrote down, you said about how is my favorite color?
Yeah, like things like that, and also like describing like my favorite color is purple or my favorite color is yellow. How we can use the color words we learned in our last class to make sentences like that.
Oh,
And
okay.
the other aspect of that was like if we wanted to describe anything or anyone, such as like a purple cat, a yellow squirrel, a green table, dope one,
Yeah.
something like that. I would love to
Oh,
learn.
yeah. So you would just put those together, Lena. But yes, I will. If you will hang on just a second, I
Yes.
remembered one thing. I said I was going to look at this dictionary again before you guys go. So watch it not come up or watch me not get it to work.
The
But
Bajankity Dictionary.
yeah, there. I wanted to. Well, it's not going to show. Okay, so right. Oh, I'm not screen sharing. Hang on. Let me go back. Where's my dictionary? Okay. So I just typed in Jinkazo, and that's the one sheet that we just did. So it has up here, if you can see where my cursor is. This is one of the few that will have the conjugation out here. I thought that was kind of cool because when I was trying to learn how to conjugate it, that was there. And some of the words in the dictionary have it. So I just wanted to point that out to you. Some of them have extra stuff. Sometimes it's like if you scroll down, it'll be down towards the bottom. Let me check this other one and see if Come on. See, it's gonna act bajankety. Here we go. There we go. There we go. And sometimes you can just type in just a part of the word. You don't have to type the whole thing in, and it'll bring up anything that has those in it. So let me go back here. I know there was a couple of them. Did I do that one? Okay, go back. Go back. No, it's up there too. Anyway, I was just trying to show you this, but it's not where it needs to be. So, like as far as the color, like the Madagwandon, that's like
Yeah,
I like
I like Namadagwandon.
Madagwandon. So that's like then you could put purple. How was it? Wajep Quadak,
Wajip Quadak.
or you could say meanin, you know, that deep color of blue.
Blueberries. Yes,
Yeah,
that's
that's
so
what I was
lovely.
saying earlier. You can put different words together. So like Wizawa Singok, you were saying something about yellow squirrel. I know we
Yeah.
have Muckaday Singo. We have black squirrels.
Ooh,
There's not really a word for gray that I know of. You'd have to put a couple of words together to try to make that, because I know there are some gray squirrels. Um, but yes,
that's so interesting.
you just
Would
put the words
we have to
together.
put black and white together, like to make
Uh-huh.
gray?
Yes.
Sweet. So it's just
Like
like an artist
mus
palette.
mu but remember, if you're talking about something animate, then you
Yeah.
have to use the animate form of the color.
Oh
So
yeah,
you would
that's
be
true.
adding like that Z. Most times it
Zazay.
has
Okay.
ZE or ZO in it. Does
Yeah.
that make sense? So you always have to keep in mind if something's animate or inanimate.
Perfect. Yeah, that makes so much sense, Miigwetch, Shelley. And then,
Uh-huh.
like I was saying in the middle of class, speaking of animacy, I'm actually wondering if computers are considered animate, just like cars and clocks and everything.
Tasom kakos is how we say computer, and I don't believe we've ever said that was animate.
Okay, so we would consider that inanimate.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and that goes for things like iPads and cell phones and anything of the sort. Like all of that would be inanimate
Mhm.
too.
Yeah, and so like cell phone, we use the word biwapkos. And
Iwabkos.
so, and like Tasom Kakos is computer, but so we're actually talking about like the wiring. So some of our
Uh-huh.
words, you're talking about something very specific, because obviously we wouldn't have had those things back in the day.
Yeah.
So they have to use the language to be able to come up with these words, to be able to keep the language moving forward. And I will say that there are a lot of people that don't like that. They just, you know, we didn't have that word, so why do we have it now? I can
Yeah.
honestly see both sides of the argument. So if you're speaking the language and you want to talk about phones, but you don't want to use the new word to describe the phone, you could use the language to the extent that you know it and just say phone and then get right back to the native language. Or you could put in Biwapkos. You know, I think people have a choice. So,
Power of the speaker always.
yeah.
That makes
Shelley,
sense. Miigwetch, Shelley. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
go ahead. That was my last
oh,
question.
are we gonna do a like a post test? Do you do a post test at all?
Well, the test is actually the one that I sent you at the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah. Um,
I'm a teacher, so I know you do pre-test, post-test, just, but you don't have to. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, really it was for you guys to see
Okay.
like how much you learned.
Okay. I will look at that
Like
again.
I would be interested to hear from you guys if you will retake that first test that I sent you, and just let me know how you did.
I
Yeah.
appreciate everything. It was a lot of fun. Thank you. And I'd love to do it again with the next one in the spring. So,
Yes.
Miko.
Okay. Awesome.
Shelly, so basically, beginner two is on for sure. So anyone here in our class, we can just jump on there in the
Yes,
spring.
I will definitely reach out to you. I don't have it scheduled yet. It will be definitely after February 4th. Um, I know that we have um, a conference sometimes at the end of March. So I have to plan these things in between when we're doing things also, so they're not interrupted. So it would probably be between February 4th and the end of March. And I'll
Okay,
either do it 4 weeks or 6 weeks. Yeah.
yay, and we'll do our 2-hour classes like we've been doing here for a beginner one.
Yes, yes.
Okay, yay. I hope we can all jump right back on, and you'll have to update us on the new grandbaby.
Of
Would that
course.
be Emilio's sibling or cousin or?
Cousin, yeah.
Oh,
Emilio is my
yay!
daughter's son, and so my son, this will be their first child. Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
I know someone I think did say congratulations in Potawatomi. How do we say that so we can all learn?
Um, I don't know that there is a word for congratulations. Did somebody say something?
I heard, I don't know, Diane, was it you or Candace? I'm not sure. I heard someone
It
say
was
that.
Deborah, but I don't think it was in Potawatomi.
Ah, Deborah, if you want to
Yeah.
jump on.
Yeah, I don't know of one, but I'll ask. I'll
Okay.
ask what we could use, but yeah,
That would be great. I'm sure you're so excited right now.
I am. I really am. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. And do you know if uh assigned gender at birth is grandson, granddaughter, if they know?
No, they're torturing us. They're not going to
Ah,
find out till the baby's born.
okay,
So,
we'll all be in the mystery together. And
yeah, the due date is the 15th, and I fly out and get there on the 13th. So I'm hoping that I make it, because if I do, I get to be in the delivery room too, as well as my son's mother-in-law. So, yeah.
oh,
So
yeah,
it'll be nice. Yeah.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
Because I was also going to ask you, I know when we first started class, you've told us please reach out if we want to do private classes and study sessions like one-on-one, but due to the family excitement of everything coming, I just want to make sure if we do want to have those sessions, should we ask for one of the other teachers or Josie or Robert or anyone like that who might be able to fill in for you if someone would be willing to take on that role in the meantime while you take some family time, Shelly?
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's totally up to you. You could always just email language.potawatomi.org
Mm-hmm.
and you'll get us. Yep.
Okay, but you,
Yep.
you
They
are
would definitely be a lot of help in my absence. Yep.
okay, because after class tonight, like you're off, like you're taking time off, and won't offer the private classes again until after the baby is here, right? Basically.
Well,
So
I'm here until the 12th. So, I mean,
okay,
I'm
okay,
still here and I'm
perfect.
working. So,
All right, sounds good. We still have a little time in case someone wants to
uh-huh.
little
But
study.
it's just that if we do set something up, I have to get with our IT department and they have to, do their stuff to be able to make us be able to do the Zoom. Because we
Okay.
we don't control that. We have to go through them to be able to get to it. So yeah, those things have to be planned. But yeah, it can be
Uh,
done.
okay, cool. We will keep that in mind. Wow, Shelly, I cannot believe how quickly 5 weeks have passed.
Right.
And it feels like we're gonna be here next week, and it's just so bittersweet. But I know we're all gonna see each other again because it's always gonna be Bama P or Bama Mina. There's no goodbye in Potawatomi.
Correct. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So we're gonna be back, and we're gonna be stronger than ever. So
Yep, we're going to be learning together still. So no worries.
yeah, we're all in this together. Chimi Gwech for everything, Shelly. You have
Uh-huh.
been phenomenal. to all of
Everyone
us.
have a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving and Bama Mina Jayak.
Thank
Mama
you,
Mia
and I hope
Jaya.
you feel better. I hope you feel better too.
Thank you. I will. I
Okay,
will.
take care.
Take
Mina
care.
Jaya.
New baby,
Thanks,
Shelby.
guys.
Nina.
Thank
Bama
you.
Mina Jayak.
Mama Mina.
Bama Mina.